as the Bulldog family of Alabama A&M University pays tribute to the man that has brought hours of sports entertainment and knowledge to our homes, our cars, our tailgates, our backyards, our garages, or anywhere you listen to Bulldog Sports on the radio. Ike Rooks is a man of many talents and various interests. He is a scholar, an educator, and an entertainer. While traveling thousands of miles with this man, I've heard thousands of stories. I've never had more fun working with and listening to a person in this business. As Greg Strews, a former broadcast partner of Ike, used to say, Ike Rooks has forgotten more about this business than most of us will ever know.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Bulldog Football on WJAB. Your host will be WJAB partners and the play-by-play man himself, Ike Rooks. And over the 44 years listed here, Ike has brought you his heart, his soul. He stood tall and he told it all. When he got behind a microphone on basketball or football, he was like an old refrigerator. He couldn't keep nothing. He tried to tell you exactly what he saw, and as he said, paint the picture. If it were a puzzle, he tried to fill in every space so that you could walk away from your radio knowing that the Bulldogs had put their very best of what their coaches had put into them to be a winner for you. They represented you well, and no other person represented any better with more heart and soul than Isaac Walter Rooks.
Isaac Ike Rooks, a man that I have known for quite a very long time. A husband, a father, a grandfather, an educator, a radio personality, a gentleman, and a friend. And let me just say that it is very evident from the years of service that you have given that you loved what you were doing and probably many times did not see this as a job. I thank you so much for your kindness, your friendship, and the love that you have for this game.
I was reminiscing about our days, Ike, on the road, and I thought I'd write you a letter. And it starts out, Dear Ike, those were wonderful days of joy for each of us. We really enjoyed what we were doing, and you, a dedicated Alabama A&M alumnus, and me, a dedicated radio personality, with both of us wanting to do our best for Alabama's first black-owned radio station, WEUP. Isaac Ike Rooks, I love you with the passion of a true friendship, and I feel sure I'm not alone. I did not intend to look this far, but I'm glad, for when next we are together, we will share more. I know there are times I don't remember and you do, but oh, how great it would have been if we had had the foresight to carry a camera along during the days we once started. I am respectfully your unforgettable friend, Andrew Sugar Daddy Dawkins. Presented to Isaac Rooks, voice of the Alabama A&M Bulldogs, in recognition for 44 plus years, that plus not on there, of dedicated sports casting. This presentation is in memoriam to Leroy Garrett, founder of Alabama's first black-owned radio station, WUP, established March 20th, 1958, from your friend, Andrew Sugar Daddy Dawkins.
Thank you, sir.
Well, my buddy, my friend, my mentor, my role model in radio and television broadcasting, and I did say television. That was back, Channel 19, when we had the Sunday Football Review. What was it called? Alabama A&M Football Review. Channel 19 when it was on the hill up there on the mountain. They are now on Church Street. Well, my time is about up. It was a great run, made a lot of friends along the way, but you have set a tremendous standard for those who will follow. You are the trailblazer. Your high morals, high ethical conduct, desire for perfection will be hard to replace. And if it can be replaced, you have raised the bar so high in your 44 years that those who follow will find it most difficult. But also, you've left a legacy for those coming behind you, for decades to come and generations yet unborn. You are the man.
Now, through my short time, now when I say short, we're talking about, I've been affiliated with Alabama A&M for 25 years now, and Ike has been a part of that. He was here when I was a student, and since I have become the head coach at Alabama A&M, up until a year ago, Ike had been a part of every basketball game that I coached. I don't think he missed one, and I don't think I missed one during our time together. Ike is the type of person, he'll forget about all that stuff, the stuff that you see and hear on the radio. He's a great human being, and that's the thing that I can tell you all the most. And from the bottom of my heart, I know I would not be where I am today without your help, without your leadership. These kids love you, I love you, Ike, and this day has been a long time coming, and I'm happy to be a part of it. Ike Rooks, thank you very much.
Ike Rooks is not an analyst. Ike Rooks is a sports announcer, a play-by-play guy. And believe me, it's a lot different in terms of being an analyst as opposed to being a sports play-by-play guy. A play-by-play announcer is much like a soloist in the symphony orchestra. He defines the piece, he plays the piece, and he entertains you. Seeing Ike sitting here, the realization that for the first time in 44 years, the unique voice of Ike Rooks in his opening remarks of "Hello, everybody," will not be heard as the Bulldogs open the 2007 football season. You know, what kind of man is this Ike Rooks? Everybody that's known him can pass their own judgments, but I'd like to tell you what kind of man I think he is. He's a man retiring after a brilliant and spotless career as an outstanding sportscaster. He is a man who is held in the highest of esteem by those who he worked with, both in education, coaches, and those in the field of broadcasting. He is a man who's earned the goodwill of the people he's worked with, and I wish him all the goodwill that he deserves as he retires. And finally, I think I can call him friend. And I want to say congratulations on a career that will not be matched by anybody in our lifetimes. And an outstanding person that you are, and the things that you lent to this university and this city will not be forgotten. Thank you.
Oh my goodness, so much has been said. I like to be on the other side. I'm not familiar with this side of giving the accolades. I like to give them out. I've never been a recipient of so many kind words as of tonight, and I'm deeply appreciative. I want to thank, first of all, the telecommunication department, Miss Liz Sloan Ragland, the members of the WJAB radio staff, and everybody else who had any part of putting this together. For years, 44 years, this little contraption here has been my consoler. It's been like a tranquilizer. It's been like a piece of excitement. I can come in the booth sometimes low as a snake's belly, feeling bad. But the minute I get behind this microphone and it's time for the gun to go off or the whistle to blow and the basketball game to start here, all of this stuff dissipates. And I become another person. And I become engrossed in that game, a part of it, ready to tell the story to the people out there who are listening. No man is an island. If I've done anything to deserve all of those remarks that have been made by me tonight, it was not because I was soloing. I did it by myself. No man accomplishes anything of any magnitude without help, and I had a lot of it. First of all, the master of all good men. God was my co-pilot, my wife. I run out of superlatives. I've actually run out of superlatives. And I've got a pretty good stack of stuff in my mind here. But I've actually run out of superlatives. I don't know what I could say. I don't know what words would embellish what my wife has meant to me. I would not be standing here now talking if it were not for her. I don't know where I would be, to be honest with you. My friend George Jones pointing down. But my wife, on those 44 years, had to listen to all those stories, you know, when I come in sometimes. I didn't go well tonight. Things just didn't go well. We lost the ball game, and on top of that, I was lousy, you know. She had to listen to that for 44 years, those long nights there by herself. So as I said, I don't know what I could say, what else I could say, but I love you with all that's within me, and always will, for what you have done to carry me through those tough days. And my son, I didn't know he was going to get up here. My son, he told you just what he did there, and he could have followed in my footsteps, because he knows a little about this stuff too, and he talks rather well too. But he was my monitor every time I'd come in, and he told you exactly what I'd do. I'd call, Sonny, how did it go tonight, son? He'd tell me what it was. Sugar Daddy, Andrew Dawkins. Boy, the times we had together, I could tell you, I don't have time to tell you, and I won't take up any more of your time to do that. But some of the things we went through are X-rated. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. But there's another guy, too, who gave me a chance back in 1960 when Paul White left in the middle of the season. His name was Leroy, called him the Blue Goose. You hear him on the radio. He gave me a chance. I'd been standing around, hanging around, because I always was infatuated with radio. And he said, you want to do it? And I said, I'll take it, I'll try it. The rest is history. I took it and went with it. That was a 3-year lull when I didn't broadcast. Then when I came back, I was brought back by Gene Bright. I'll never forget that. When the radio station came up here, WJAB, with 100,000 watts of smoking power, he says, we got a radio station on the campus. Get up there. Oh, Lord, rabbit throwing the briar patch. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come, all ready to go, smoking and ready to go. I appreciate that, Gene. I appreciate that, giving me the opportunity to come back and get back in the saddle again, broadcasting. And I would be remiss, because I know there's a God somewhere. And I know right now, up there somewhere, is a guy by the name of Haywood Handy, smiling down, because he always was smiling. One of the most remarkable men I ever met in my life. Always had a smile on his face and a kind word, and a brilliant man, musician, intelligence. And he's gone now, but he's always here, right here. I'd be remiss, and I'll hurry along because you've been a long time tonight, and you've been very patient, and I do appreciate that. if I didn't mention this date, September the 25th, 1998, a resolution by the Board of Trustees with the signatures of the then President John Gibson, pro tem president of the Jesse L. Cleveland, who was the president pro tem of the Board of Trustees, made this resolution to name the broadcast booth in Louis Cruz Stadium with my name on it. It's there now. Long after I'm gone, it'll still be there. And I do appreciate that. The time is over. The curtain comes down, and then it's time for the wrap up. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for this night. It will remain with me until I'm called from labor to refreshment.